Hello and good evening to a beer review. Now, why am I recording it right at this very second? Um, because the internet's gone out. Quite frankly, the internet's gone out. So I've decided today was a streaming day. I was going to be streaming today, but internet's gone out. I I can't not make content today. Today is like a dedicated streaming day, and unfortunately, I was streaming with Rebecca as well, so I'm going to try and rearrange for tomorrow. Hopefully, the internet will be back by tomorrow, but there is absolutely there is absolutely zero chance it's coming back today. So from what I hear from the phone conversation, so yeah, I guess I'm recording. I'm going to be recording quite a bit. So I'll be recording a beer review now. And you may see up here, you may see some cool stuff up here. This is all footage I took in the San Juan Islands. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. I might skip forward at certain points so you can see certain things. Um, but yeah, recording a beer review from my computer because honestly, it's better camera quality and everything. And I had my setup ready. I had my audio setup. I just had to move my cameras because like beer reviews we do in this kind of thing. But the thing is, my camera is there. My screen is there. So for some reason, I watch there and not there. Okay. So today's going to have an interesting conversation about like what do you do on a day where the internet's out, but it's one of your content days. I I need to record more of these. So I was going to record one Friday, but that might cut into my song recording time. So I'll do it today. I'll do it today. Why not? Um, actually, so I very much know the upload schedule that I have planned right now. And I have uploads until the 9th of August. If you know, you know. The 9th of August is going to have one beer review from the San Juan Islands. It's also going to have a special upload the very day. Actually, you've seen it. It was last week, last Friday. It was the live beer review that I took in New Jersey, which is on the was on the tail end of the holiday that brought this, this, this. These are orcas. This is all my this is all my video, all my footage. Yeah, this is all mine. And if we get to the end of the review and I don't show the best bits, I will skip ahead. But I've got 51 minutes of this. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll get to that point at some point. And yeah, there's other things. There are whales as well. And oh my god, just amazing, so spectacular. Watching it on video is amazing, but freaking like this video exists because I saw this with my own eyes. Oh my god, I'm still enamored. Um, so I discovered something very recently in the last week or so that if I go with it will change my life forever. I can't talk about it right now because it's not something that can be public. But it it is life changing if it happens. Absolutely life changing. And yeah, I can't overstate how much I want that to happen. I'm just watching the orcas right now. Anyway, this is a beer review. Um, what did I pick out for you today? What have I got? Okay, reminder. Today, okay, two reminders. Today is the first day where I'm actually going to be rating. I'm going to be a lot harsher on beers. I'm going to give more threes and fours. Basically, all the rating you've had so far, take that with a very pinch of salt. I'm gonna a 10 doesn't exist at this point. Before I did made the decision, I gave this a 10 in the restaurant, but I had this very beer in a restaurant in the brewery that it was brewed in. I brought it back to France, and it was like I don't know how much it's gonna explode because it was in a pack that went on like 5 flights. So um okay, well, you might want content. So yeah. What? The fact it's not exploding out of the can right now is impressive. So okay, let me pour this, and then I'll show you the can, and I'll explain what this is. Yeah, I had this in the brewery that I was actually brewed in. San Juan Brewery Company, which is located on San Juan Island, where I stayed for my holiday, where I saw the wonderful creatures that you are seeing on the top right off the screen. And yeah, it's phenomenal. You saw some of the beer reviews that I did whilst I was there. Um, anyway, okay. So second reminder, tomorrow, quite literally tomorrow, from when this video is going up, not tomorrow from now. Like it's like in 3 weeks from now, but like tomorrow from when this video goes live. Me and Rebecca, aka Zidane, are going to be doing an 18-hour long stream, co-stream, fundraising. For once, not actually fundraising for charity, but fundraising to get her a better PC so that she can co-stream some better games with me. We have got a shit ton of really, really good incentives, amazing incentives that I have somehow made this into something that's gonna benefit orcas as well. Because, hey, that's me. Because that was a say that's obliged selfie. I have to show that I was there when I saw these orcas. Probably the only selfie you're gonna get. I tried to get someone to take a selfie of me with an orca behind, but like it's the thing is, if that happens, I have to not be looking the orca, which is impossible for me to do. That's not how I'm gonna look at it. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I know who this female is. I know who this individual is. That's crazy. Um, that is Flapjack. The one that I mentioned about. Because the notch in the dorsal fin. Flapjack. She's the matriarch that you will see probably towards the end of this video that came up first, and you'll know what I mean by came up first. The really close one. It was her. It was the same one. Um, I went back through my footage to ID them as well. So yeah. Anyway, so this is called Black Boar. This is a porter, which I finally worked out what porters are, and I've come to the conclusion I really really like porters. Porters might be like my favorite. Um, this actually doesn't. This doesn't fill my. This doesn't quite fill my mug, which is crazy. It's crazy. This doesn't actually fill my mug, which I'm surprised by that. Anyway, okay. So show you the can. By the way, I have another one like this. So yeah, the co-stream with me and Rebecca tomorrow. There might be another beer review. Um, tomorrow from when you're seeing this because this is obviously recorded because I have no internet. So can't stream, have to record. I'm gonna be doing a cheap release recording for like the first time in 6 months after this. So yeah, it's gonna happen. I mean, I like streaming. If I can't stream, I record and upload it later. So I guess the other option. Yeah. And anyway, so yeah, this English style porter. It's called Black Boar. I don't know if you can see that. It's because my camera is configured to me and not the beer. So, named for the San Juan's pig war of the mid 1800s, where the only casualty happened to be a British pig. Black Boar porter is a traditional English porter characterized by its mild roast caramel taste, sweetness, and a slightly creamy mouthfeel. This is all that. Notes of chocolate, coffee, and slight caramel. You taste the caramel more than the chocolate and coffee, actually. Well, actually, no, I don't know. I think it's because it's like the strongest taste in that. Hops. There's not really. Actually, I don't know what it means by hops, actually. It says Northern Brewer, East Kent Golding, malts. Oh, this is this? Is this is like what's it called? A mix. This is a bit of a mix, isn't it? That's actually good. And I read this last thing because I want to give absolute props and shout outs to everyone on the San Juan Island because they were so bloody. Everyone there was nice to me. Like, ev- like the brewery, everyone was nice to me as well. I went there 3 freaking times. I had 6 different beers from them, and then I brought back my favorite, and then one I haven't had before, which tomorrow there will be. Okay, so some of the incentives tomorrow. Orca documentary from me. I will do an orca documentary. This is a whale, by the way. This is a mink whale. I'm so happy I saw one of these. Um, keep watching. Yeah, these are so incredibly hard to see. These are oh my god, they are so difficult to see. Um, but yeah, also I want that lens. I want that. I want that camera lens. um, but yeah, it's everyone there was just so nice. I went to the brewery 3 times, had 6 different beers, bought the one that I liked the most. I actually also I liked IPAs there. I liked the IPAs it did, and I don't do IPA. But then yeah, I brought another one back, which I have never tried, not even at the restaurant. But yeah, such beautiful, just such beautiful video. But yeah, t- I'm lost for words. I'm lost for words. 14 minutes in, I've not even touched it yet. But yeah, this is and I'm gonna read this fully out because this does actually include an address, but they put on a can, and I want them to have recognition because I'm gonna be honest. I rated this a 10 on the old system. I'm probably gonna rate it quite highly anyway, unless the the difference between being on tap as opposed to a can that's traveled halfway across the world makes a difference. Proudly brewed and canned at 410 A Street, Friday Harbor, Washington. San Juan Brewing Company, made in the USA. That's that is full. I've emptied the can. I've emptied the can. Okay, ignore the that is full. So, excuse me if I drink the first sip off camera. Um, I kind of have to because I can't move this. I actually cannot move this. Okay, first sip off camera. It's almost like a Guinness, which I think I've realised Guinness is actually a porter. I never realised that was what a porter was. And I'm thinking like Black Unicorn that I've had before is basically a porter. So if I'm not looking at the camera, usually I look at the camera for this. If I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking directly at the video that's playing right now that you can see in the top right corner. Because I just that's another brilliant thing is like I got no internet, so I can't look up. I can't watch videos of walkers, except I can because I have my own videos of walkers. It's I am want to fricking work with them. I so do. Like if I could work with them, like that's work. That's work. That's job sorted for as long as I've got their job. Like at that point, that is career. Like if I have a permanent job that pays enough to pay the bills, a little bit extra, so that I can explore other hobbies like streaming and maybe making music. Not nothing too like pricey. This is all I really need. The job side of it, I'm gonna freaking love that. I am so gonna love that. Like that's sorted. I can focus on my hobbies because I'm gonna get my fill of what I am so passionate about. Like, and I hope one day this will happen. There is, I see a potential path. I see a potential path in a way in. Um, I will say, there are positions I could apply for. I'm not exactly qualified for them. Not like exactly what they're looking for qualification wise. I've got slightly under, but I challenge anyone to find someone more motivated in orca research and conservation than me. And I challenge them to find anyone like fresh out of uni with those degrees that knows more than me about orcas. I The only people that know more than me about orcas are the freaking scientists and the freaking authors. And in particular, I want to mention the author of this book that I have, Monica Whelan Shields, who lives on San Juan Island, I believe. And she's with an organization there. And how much have I learned from this freaking book? And I was like, I don't think I can learn any more than I already have about August, but this has blown me away, mind blown. And the acoustic stuff, the acoustic stuff is even better than Max Morton's like explanation of it because this actually teaches you it. This is not so much an autobiography. Um, But yeah, I I'm actually motivated. Like it's, this weekend, I am actually going to be learning about Orca acoustics and how to tell the acoustics apart. That's my personal project. Um, I may be doing educational Orca streams as well if we hit those incentives from the 18-hour stream. I almost spot that all over myself. Um, yep, internet's still gone. What a surprise. At, at this point, I've been disconnected for an hour and a half from stream. I am still, if it came back now for good, I would still be considering continuing streaming. But yeah, I'll check after if oh, there's a bird. I'll check after if Rebecca fancy streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow from when I'm recording this, by the way. Um, so this isn't. Oh, this is Lime Kiln, by the way. This is beautiful. The best whale watching spot from the shore in the world. I see why. Amazing, amazing spot. I wonder how many people I saw there without realizing they're experts. There must have been some people. Surely, there was someone wearing like an Orco t-shirt and like just chatting with friends like with about random stuff. I have to think that she's probably an expert because you're there. There's only one reason why you're there. You got the t-shirt, but then you're so like you can tell when someone's new because they're like their eyes are fixed on the wall. That's me. That was me. Eyes are fixed always on the wall. She had earphone in one ear, in the other ear she's just talking to someone else about random stuff, and it's like okay, I mean, that's telling something. Earphone in one ear, that means that she's listening to the hydrophone, which is probably the thing to do, which I also was doing as well, by the way. My wireless earbuds in, listening to the hydrophone too, because I figured I'm going to hear them before I see them. Except I'm going to keep an eye on the wall because the beggars don't tend to talk much at all. Um, yeah, it is really, really hot here right now, by the way. I don't even know my fan on. Which actually the reason why I'm wearing this because this is the coolest shirt that I actually have. This okay. Let's bring this back to the beer review. So this is Black Boar, and this is I want to say it's sort of easy-ish. It's sort of easy-ish to drink. Like it's not as smooth as the one that I had at CraftCon, the live one, the first one we did, the 12. If I had to regrade that 12%, by the way, I would still probably grade it like a 9 point something, like something really high, like maybe a 9.8. Um, I want to try again. Oh, that's beautiful footage. Makes me almost want to cry again. I've cried watching this footage before. Um, because it was such an emotional experience for me, and you'll see a little bit later why. This was the second to last day. The second to last day. So this is a 51-minute video. The second to last day had half an hour of footage that I took. It was insane. There was like we were with the orcas for 3.5 hours. So yeah, Okay, anyway, let's just talk about the beer. Although I feel this is a beer from the San Juan Islands, San Juan Brewing Company. San Juan Island is like goes hand in hand with orcas, and the amount they must make off tourism just because the orcas, and that's something I love. Like when I was there, you see like orca icons everywhere in the shops, on number plates, things like that, and orca everything. This orca in every name, and they really go lean into the tourism, and I think that is freaking amazing. I love that. I love that these amazing animals are also supporting a community that adore them, that 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 rely on them as well. And yeah, it's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And they were seriously nice people as well. Yeah, it's this goes down kind of easy. Not as easy as the 12 I had. Um, effect. I'm not going to judge effect anymore. If it's a 12, it's going to have a bigger effect if that dorsal fin. If I'm on an empty stomach, it's going to have more of an effect. I'm no longer going to be judging an effect because different strengths. Like this is 4.5%. So what effect? I've got a tolerance. Like what effect? I'm not. If I'm getting a 4.5, I'm not getting it to judge it on the effect. I mean, if I wanted the effect, I get a 12. So that is Holly. I saw her really, really close. I recognized by the notch in the dorsal fin. It's like a double notch. You'll see later how like she comes really close. You'll see what I mean. It's a little bit harder to taste the caramel. You taste a little bit more of the coffee and the chocolate when it's from the can. I will say on tap this was freaking amazing in the actual brewery itself. Um, this was phenomenal. Like I think even now I would have given it a 9. Apologies, I just got an alarm to feed my fish, which I already have done because there's no internet. I have nothing to do. So I mean, I don't actually feed them today. So basically, my fish I give them cucumbers every Friday and Tuesday, and then I give them a starve day on Wednesday and Saturday. Because they will overeat, and if they overeat, they could end up damaging their stomachs. So I only feed them 5 days a week. This is normal for fish keepers. Some will feed them 6. But I've kind of experimented with 6, still a little bit too much. So I've dropped it down to 5. I've spread the staff days out. Yeah, I feed them 5 days a week. But basically, Wednesday's the day after cucumber, and Saturday's day after cucumber. I leave the cucumber in for a day, um, so they can even eat through the day if they fancy cucumber. But yeah, I just remove the cucumbers, which I already have, because they can fatten the water if you leave it. And you really shouldn't leave. I shouldn't even be leaving them in 24 hours, but I don't have time before work to remove them. Also, I don't want to disturb my fish when they're sleeping when it's dark. But yeah, taste wise, from okay. I'm gonna judge this one from the can. I'm not gonna judge it from the actual brewery itself. If you do go to the San Juan Islands, first of all, um, what is your? You should do the app, like you should do the lottery, because the astronomical chances of you being one of the like 10 people that see this video and you having an opportunity to go to the San Juan Brewery, like for real, like in person, dude, buy a lottery ticket. Like you might win. But yeah, anyway, I will say that one on tap was I would still probably give it a 9. I'd have to try again, but yeah. Now, why am I confirming that? Because I might not be giving this a high grade. I'm going to be honest. From the can, okay. I mean, it's more than a 5. It's more than a 5. Don't want to scare you. It's not. I'm not going to be shitting on this so much, but it's the taste. The taste is okay. Like I don't dislike it. That's the important thing, and I do kind of like. It's a little bit bitter on the back end, and the aftertaste is quite bitter as well. But I'm kind of okay with that. I kind of like that. So, like taste wise, I'm still gonna rate it a little bit higher. Um, I'm gonna advance this video a little bit because we're towards the end of the beer review, and I want you guys to see the best bits. I think this is the last day, and then there's one more video that is the second to last day. I want you guys to see the best bits. You might see this on a music video, which I might be doing lyrics for tonight as well, because there's no internet. But how many times have I said that today? Um, but yeah, um, Black San Juan Brewing Company, Black Boar, and I've also decided I'm giving points, like I'm giving like a rating point something now, and there is no such thing as a 10 anymore. I'm never going to be rating something a 10 because a 10 just doesn't exist. There is no perfect. Every beer can be improved upon. So English style porter, Black Boar, named after the pig that died in the pig war, which is actually there's quite a lot of history of that on the San Juan Island. There's actually 2 places, one called Camp English and Camp uh, American Camp, and yeah, they were bridges. They were where the British and the American armies were staying when they were getting ready to go to war over a pig. Um, yeah, imagine that, going to war over a pig. Um, but yeah, um, this was nice. But under the new rating system, I'm like nice is just nice. It's not amazing. And I've tasted some amazing beers in America. I still think that I still think Zigmeister's 8th anniversary is potentially like a 9, double breach, synchronized mother and calf. So yeah, Black Boar I'm gonna give a 6 out of 10. Just straight up a 6 out of 10. Remember, this is under the new system. If this was under the old system, this might be like an 8 or a 9. But um, I'm realizing that yeah, I can rate things as a 3 or 4. And this new rating, Heineken is a 0. It's Heineken is actually a zero, and I'm gonna say Bush. Bush, I'd maybe give a four. Maybe between a three or four. Okay, now this video that's appearing in the top right corner, I'm going to be ending the recording after this, the beer review. Um, you're gonna want to watch this video. This video in like less than 60 seconds, you're gonna see the most amazing moment of my entire life. And it's gonna be on a beer review. So you remember how I mentioned about Flapjack, who is an orca. She is a female. She is the matriarch of these two groups. And I mentioned about Holly. That is Holly, by the way. Um, so Holly will be quite close. I looked Flapjack straight in the eye several seconds before I started recording. That's beautiful. The second orca I can't ID, and that is Holly. Phenomenal, phenomenal. Those were the best moments I ever had. This is, by the way, this is the same group like a week prior. A week prior, the same two groups. Um, it's it's unsurprising because the matriarch of one is actually the daughter of the matriarch of the other, so they're family, and family matters. And shouts to my sister. Family matters. So yeah. We're gonna end it here. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you I'll see you hopefully tomorrow on the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Cravone or twitch.tv/Zidon with 3Ds and starting with an X. So yeah, we're gonna be doing an 18-hour stream tomorrow from when you're first thing. It's tomorrow from when this goes live, the live date. So if it's already tomorrow from this going out, like go on Twitch, we're live. Anyway, see you guys in the next one.